Good morning, Sylacauga and surrounding areas. This is Employment Opportunities, and I'm your host, Randy Clark. And just a reminder, if you happen to miss the show this morning, or you just want to watch it later, you can go to the WOIL Facebook page, or you can go to YouTube, WOIL TV 47 Employment Opportunities. Now today, we got a very special guest, and I'd like for the viewers to meet Ms. Kay Jennings, the Executive Director of TCR Child Care Corporation. Good morning, Kay.
Good morning, Randy.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for inviting me.
All right, let's just dive right into it, okay?
I'm ready.
All right, tell us a little bit about Kay Jennings.
I am Kay Jennings. I am originally from Coosa County, the Weguffka area. I am first and foremost the mother to two children, Anna and Ben Jennings, who are young adults, and my husband is Scotty Jennings, and he works here in town at the Purcell Agri Industries that is over in the old Marvin's building.
Right, right.
So we have been lifelong citizens of this community, living in Weguffka. We did all of our shopping, and you know, this was town. We came to town with Sylacauga.
That's right.
So I'm just glad to be a part. Currently, I am, as you alluded to earlier, I'm the Executive Director of TCR Child Care Corporation, and I take that to be a great honor. We're a great agency. We've been in business for 50 years. This is our 50th year.
50 years.
Of operating.
So they've been around for a while.
We have been around for a while.
Okay. I did a little research on it, and what a great organization. I'm glad you're part of our community.
We're glad to be part of your community.
Okay. Since we're on the subject, what services does TCR Child Care provide in our area? And how long is TCR? Well, we got it 50 years. Now, have they exactly been serving the Sylacauga or Talladega? First of all, let's tell what TCR stands for.
TCR stands for Talladega Clay Randolph. 50 years ago, there was funding available to help low-income working families afford child care. So the first three areas that our agency was able to target was Talladega County,
okay,
Clay County, and Randolph County. Shortly after we were incorporated, we added Coosa County, and we have expanded ever since then.
Okay.
So currently what we have here in Sylacauga or Talladega County is we have a Head Start program and an early Head Start, and we have that here at Drew Court. We have two centers in Talladega. We have a center in Childersburg, and we have a center in Montford.
Y'all everywhere.
Yes, sir. We are definitely everywhere. But those programs, we serve eligible children, and they can be eligible based on income, circumstance, disability, whatever. If your child is eligible, it is a free program. And the great thing about Head Start is that the great thing about Head Start, and the not so great thing sometimes about Head Start, it's very regulated. So our teachers have to meet certain credentials. They have to have either some sort of degree that is associated with child development, early childhood, or something like that before they can be in the classroom. We're just like every other program out there. We're trying to hire people, and it's awfully hard to find people who are qualified. Right. So the neat thing about Head Start is if you don't meet those qualifications, we can still hire you, but we can scholarship people to get their 2-year degree. They can first start out with the simplest thing, which is a Child Development Associate or a CDA. And then from there, they can get their 2-year degree, and they can get their 4-year degree all on scholarship. And if anyone knows the value of education and how much that costs, the employee's only required to pay 10%. So 10% of college tuition, you can't beat that. Plus you're getting experience to do that. And our teachers, if you have 0 experience and you're a stub, start out at about $11 an hour. And once you get your 4-year degree, you make over $40,000 a year.
Okay. What a great program.
We think it's a great program, and it's really good for the families. It's It's an intensive, comprehensive program that we're looking at developmental, physical, vision, hearing, dental screenings. Oftentimes we neglect to think that if a child is 3 years old and they have a tooth that's come in and it's hurting them, 3-year-olds they don't have the verbalization to say, hey, I've got a toothache.
Right.
So what do? They act out, they cry a lot, they become clingy or they become distant. So the great thing about Head Start is that we're checking those things because we want nothing to interfere with a child's ability to grow and learn at the best they can. If there's any kind of medical problem or dental issue or even a vision issue or hearing issue, that's going to slow that process down until it's identified.
Right.
Once it's identified, they take off and run with the rest of them.
Great. What a great program.
We're proud of it.
Kay, how can a family become involved in Head Start?
We have the center here, Drew Court, Child Development Center and Head Start program. That is out on Crestline, one Crestline here in Sylacauga. They can call or they can run by there and talk to our center director, Miss Virginia Richardson. We also have at that center one of the first pilot pre-K programs. You're hearing about state-funded pre-K all over the state. They're everywhere now, but back in 2000, under Governor Don Siegelman, we got one of the first 8 state-funded 4-year-old pre-K programs. So I think that's a gem here in Sylacauga to have that, and it's still in existence because there's only 2 in existence, and one's in North Alabama and one is here. And it's a great program. It's been there for a long time. So you have pre-K for your 4-year-olds, Head Start for preschool 3, and then early Head Start, that starts at 6 weeks and goes through age 3. So a child could actually start our program at 6 weeks of age and go all the way through and participate in the pre-K program and be ready for kindergarten.
Right, right. Now, TCR is looking for individuals to work. What positions are they looking to fill, okay?
We have, one of the great things about TCR is statewide. We have over 400 employees, and we have contracts with Alabama Department of Human Resources, Office of Head Start, just a variety of different kind of contracts with the different kinds of jobs that are statewide. Most jobs require, as I alluded to earlier, we do give preference for our teachers, our Head Start teachers, to have some sort of credential or degree. But then our other positions that are located throughout the state, our case aides, they work through Department of Human Resources at the county levels. And those jobs require that they have a high school diploma and the ability to have a good driving record and a car. So they're helping caseworkers, social workers at DHR with clients and families and providing those services.
Okay.
But those are statewide. We're in every county. TCR has an employee in every county of the state.
All 67 counties?
All 67 counties.
Okay. I know you kind of went over it, but let's touch on it one more time. What qualifications are needed to fill these positions that are open with the TCR program?
It varies.
Okay.
So if you are a teacher, if you wanted to apply to become a Head Start teacher, we do give preference for someone who's got a degree in early childhood education. That degree can be an associate's degree or a bachelor's degree. If we cannot hire someone that has the right credentials, then that employee has to be willing when they sign on with us to start out getting a CDA. And then once they get the CDA, that they're qualified to work. But we always encourage those employees to go a step further and get their associate's degree and their 4-year degree. For the case aides positions that are in all the different counties throughout the state, that is a high school diploma. You have to be able, for all of our jobs, you have to be able to pass a background check.
Right.
And a drug screen and just a general physical.
Okay.
But you know, that those jobs require that they have a high school diploma and a clean driving record, because they are assisting DHR caseworkers or social workers in helping clients get from different places or providing services to those clients which require that they be able to drive.
Okay, great answer.
Thank you.
All right, where can one go to apply for these openings?
You can come to our central office that's in Talladega and talk to us there. We're at 925 North Street East, there in Talladega, Alabama on 21, like you're going to Anniston. Or you can go to our website, that's www.tcrchildcarecorporation.org, and hit the jobs links. Or you can give us a call, 256-362-1390, and you can ask to speak to someone in our Human Resources Department and tell them what your interests are, and if we feel like we have a job that's you're qualified for or that you may be interested in, we'll connect you to the right department head and hopefully be able to employ people.
Okay, great. And we only got a couple minutes left. Let's talk about the program in Coosa County.
Oh, the program in Coosa County is near and dear to my heart. I am from Coosa County. I was actually, so I'm going to date myself a little bit, I was actually in the first graduating class of 1989 that graduated from Central High School.
Okay.
A couple of years ago, we were approached by the superintendent that was at that time, and they wanted to know, could we put a program in the high school, because Coosa County is not growing, the population is declining, and they wanted to be able to use the high school. They didn't want it to sit empty.
They have kind of moved the high school down to the middle school.
Yes, sir, they have.
And the reason I know, my son graduated from Coosa County High School.
Well, go
Right,
Cougars.
right.
So we, at the time, there was not any funding available to do it, and a few years back, the Office of Head Start published a grant for Head Start programs to do a community hub where they could have a Head Start program, early Head Start program, and have the availability for other agencies, the health department, WIC, you know, anything like that might be in the community that needed a place to call home. So we wrote the grant, and we were actually in Randolph, Kelly Mumper and I, she's our Head Start director. And I looked down, and on my cell phone, I'm getting a call from Washington, D.C.
Okay.
And we answered it, and that's when they were sharing with us that we got funded to do the Coosa program. So we hope to start that. We have to get it licensed. There's things that we have to do before we can allow children to come. But it's going to serve, similar to Drew Court, it's going to serve 6 weeks to age 4.
Okay.
So we had 2 existing pre-K classrooms down in the elementary school. We're going to move those up into the high school, and we're going to have a early Head Start classroom, and then we're going to have a preschool 3-year-old classroom, and then we have the 2 state-funded pre-Ks.
Okay.
Our center director is Miss Jennifer Adams. She is a lifelong citizen of Coosa County.
Yes, she is.
She knows the community.
I know the family.
All right. Well,
Great folks.
Yes, sir. She knows the community well, and that was incredibly important for us, is that we needed someone that knew the community well, and because we knew they would have it in their heart to do. So all this, everything that we do, you got to have the heart to do it. If you don't like children, you don't like families, if you don't like working with people, then we're not the place for you, because everything that we do is centered around helping families and improving their lives, and just, you know, hopefully setting goals and working towards those.
Right.
It's going to be an amazing program, and when we get ready to do an open house, we would love for you guys to come out.
Okay.
We'd love to film a show.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, if you guys could come film a show out there, that would be great.
Okay.
We need as much community support as we can get.
That's right.
The old saying, it takes a village to raise a child, cannot be any truer than what we do.
Okay. Now, Kate, before we go,
Yes, sir.
I need an address, a website, and a phone number. One more time.
Our central office is in Talladega, TCR Child Care, 925 North Street East. Our phone number is 256-362-1390, and our website is www.tcrchildcarecorporation.org.
All right. Kate, we're out of time.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for doing what you do. I know you're well involved in the community in Sylacauga, and we sure appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate my community.
And also, thank you for what you do with the TCR program.
It's an honor.
Well, all right, there she is, Ms. Kay Jennings, the Executive Director of TCR Child Care. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
All right, see you next week.